Moving to New York City is something that millions of people dream of doing, and it's easy to see why.
Live your best life.
Pretty incredible, right? I knew that I had to get in on this action myself. All jokes aside, the act of moving to New York City is really significant to me. I've spent so much time in my life doubting what I'm capable of. From those late middle school years to college, I watched people like Casey Neistat, MKBHD, and Craig Adams really be successful while residing in this area. And I know that living in the same place as someone else is essentially just a material desire and doesn't equate to a level of success. It still felt like something so intangible to me. For me, moving to New York City is a step in the right direction for creating the life that I've always wanted for myself. So here's exactly what I did and exactly what I spent to move to New York City. The absolute worst part of moving to New York City is searching for an apartment. It's expensive, confusing, a shit ton of walking, and everything good on the market lasts for about 20 seconds. And you can actually bypass all of this by not being poor. But if you are, here's what the process looks like. Step 1, determine a price point. Step 2, determine the area you want to live in. Step 3, search online for places to check out. Step 4, schedule visits. Step 5, visit. Step 6, apply. And step 7, hope. After I graduated college this spring, Kenny and I were ready to move to New York City. We used StreetEasy to find the first apartments to look at. We drive 14 hours from Wisconsin to NJ on Monday, and we're at our first apartment in Chinatown on Tuesday morning. Getting into NYC is a process. Drive an hour 15 to Rahway, park the car, get the train to North Penn, transfer to the path, take the subway, and then we gotta walk. We spend the first day looking at 3 crummy places and try to beat the 95-degree heat with matcha lemonades. It only kinda works. July 2nd. Day 2 was rinse and repeat. More train time, more eating out, more rough apartments, more walking. Wait until July 7th. Day 3 hasn't been great, but we finally find an apartment we like enough to apply to. We fill out our application the next day and get rejected. Fuck. July 13th, day 4. We're finally putting together the pieces of the puzzle and shopping in the right neighborhood. By the end of the day, we have 2 apartments that we like, decide on the one that we like most, talk to the broker, and fill out our application that night. By the end of the week, we're approved and ready to start moving in. Thankfully, I'm from New Jersey, so my commute wasn't the absolute worst, but we spent 4 individual days in the city looking for apartments, and expenses add up fast. From July 1st to July 16th, we spent $83 on just train tickets. The other rough part about being in the city all day is that you have to eat out. Now, you can try and do this on the low with things like pizza, but it's not always the easiest thing to do. If you can, I honestly recommend packing a lunch. It seems a little bit extreme, but those $40 lunch bills stack up real quick. In that same time span, we spent $93 on food and drinks. We ended up paying $18.95 a month for a 1-bedroom in the Upper East Side. While it's a little more than we wanted to spend, the location is great, the layout works for us, and there's even laundry and building, which is really nice. So we got ready for moving day and got a fat check ready. It's July 20th, aka moving day. The operation is pretty self-explanatory. Move all our shit from NJ to NYC. Wake up early, finish packing the car, and hit the road. Drive up to Hackensack to pick up a router, which is a total steal, cross the GW into Manhattan, trade the check for our keys, and then head to our new place. Driving someone else's car in Manhattan is terrifying, but honestly not as bad as I thought. I drop off Kenny and her mom to get in while I do laps looking for a parking spot. I can't find a spot on the side street, so I park on 2nd Ave and just fork over the cash. We start taking trips of stuff into the apartment. The boxes are heavy and it's 2 blocks plus 4 floors, so I'm breaking a sweat. We only have 2 heavy boxes left in the car, so we devise a plan to finish out the first load. I'll drive around the block, throw the flashers on in front of our place, and dump the boxes on the sidewalk real quick. Then I'll come back around and help them with the boxes before returning home. It all sounds good, and the plan is in motion. I park the car, turn on the flashers, empty the boxes, and it's going just fine. Until it's not. Alright, I got an opportunity to go, so I gotta go. What a day. Alright, so it's 1:28 p.m. in the city, and about an hour ago, Kendra got robbed. Her phone was stolen. She made a little mistake and briefly set it down on the front stairs of our apartment. As we're moving stuff in, someone went by on a bike, scooped it up. That's that. Phone's gone. I called 911, talked to a bunch of cops, tried to give them a description and all that. We don't think we're getting the phone back. They probably turned off the location services by now. I gave them some updates on location, but it hasn't updated in about 30 minutes, so that's probably toast. So that's everything. Now I'm in the car heading back to Jersey to get the remainder of our stuff. And yeah, Kendra and her mom are at Verizon, and we're gonna try and get a new phone today. So we'll see what happens. Really tough day, but I think in a few weeks it'll make for a good story. So nothing says welcome to New York City like getting your phone fucking stolen right in front of you. Alright, I'm gonna call my mom now and give her the scoop, so. By now the day's fucked, but we still have shit to do, so I'm taking my ass back to Jersey, loading up the car again, and driving back into the city with my parents. 4 more hours of driving down or moving the second load of stuff. We make quick work of moving with 5 people. My parents split and take the car, leaving me, Kenny, and her mom in NYC. With no bed, we're crashing on some broken down cardboard boxes and blankets. Now, all that's left to do is try and sleep off the ass kicking that NYC handed us on our first day. By this point, the doubt is really creeping in. We spent nearly $4,000 on a place, got robbed, and are sleeping on cardboard boxes. I can't help but think, maybe I'm just not cut out for the city. But there's nothing else to do but keep moving forward. The whole reason we could do this operation without a moving truck is because we didn't really have any furniture. And while this saved us around $700 in moving truck fees, it had some implications as well. First thing is that we couldn't really move in because we didn't have anywhere to put anything. And the second is that we now really had to buy furniture. So without a couch, table, chairs, or lamp, we got to searching. The first way we got furniture was off the street. It's a little sus at first when you pull from a literal pile of garbage, but you can find some seriously great stuff there. We snagged a chair, kitchen island, and shelving unit all off the street. This is roughly $100 in furniture, and the only thing it cost us was a little bit of time to clean it. Some stuff just couldn't be scrounged, so we needed to buy. This was either because we needed something specific, we needed to carry it up the stairs, or both. We did some pretty extensive research to find a dresser, kitchen set, mattress, and couch that fit all the required dimensions perfectly. We used Wayfair and Amazon, so everything was relatively affordable. We spent $207 on the dresser, $300 on the couch, $125 on the kitchen set, and $237 on the mattress. The last way we secured some furniture was through some relatives. We met them up north, and they gave us a serious hookup. We secured a bed frame, nightstand, and TV for free. It's pretty nice stuff, and the TV fits fucking perfectly. This was a huge savings. Turns out it gets pretty toasty on the 4th floor here in August, so we dropped $50 on a fan and $163 on an AC, which I fucking hauled from Best Buy all the way here myself. We also decided we could use a bit more light, so we bought a lamp from Target, which cost $8. Not exactly breaking the bank. It took a couple weeks for everything to come in and get assembled, but it's all coming together really nicely. To get this whole place looking right, it cost us about $1,100, which felt like shit at the time, but it's really not that bad. Let me show you what the new place is looking like, and then we'll get to a final price breakdown. Alright, apartment tour. So, alright, apartment tour. Come in, bedroom right here. Got the exposed brick wall that doesn't do anything else but be pretty. And then got the nightstand, lamp, bed, and that's about it in here. We keep a lot of stuff under the bed, but that's not very exciting, so we're not going to show that. Come over here. It's a weird layout, so let me kind of give you the best view that I can. This is our bathroom, also hallway number 1, and this is our kitchen, hallway number 2, and then over there is our living room. So, go through the kitchen first. Got a little wok here, garbage can, AC, kitchen island, very tiny sink, tiny stove, small oven, not a quite full-size fridge, but it all gets the job done, so I can't complain about it too much. And then we have our main living area, which is where I spend the majority of my time. So, mirror over there, looking good. Got a nice couch, my desk, which is like kind of my pride and joy here. Really need this thing. A little bit of storage space. This is our big houseplant, Annette. She's also poisonous. Fun fact. Didn't know that until a few weeks ago. Got our dresser and TV, which fits really nice right here, thanks to Wayfair with their really specific search dimensions. Here is our really tiny kitchen set. It does look like it's made for children, to be honest, and it's pretty degrading, but it does get the job done. We got some decorations up on the wall. I need to finish that painting, and that's gonna go right there, and that should look good when it's done. Got my picture of Angel's Landing up here. And then when you come in the bathroom, this is always fun. It's kind of like a horror movie every time it does that. So, toilet, a really tiny sink, and then a pretty nice shower, actually. I really like it. It's a little dark. Pretty nice shower. Not much to complain about. And it's a 1-bedroom in New York City. So that's the place. That's everything. Yeah, oh, actually, I'll show you one more thing, the fire escape. And it's pretty nice out here. It's very quiet. Not much noise to be made back here. Just off the street. Alright, back inside. Alright, now the painful part where I become horribly self-aware of my destructive financial decisions in the pursuit of my overly ambitious dreams. I broke this down into 4 categories: transit, food, furniture, and rent. Transit and tolls were $275 and $41 respectively, making a total of $316. A combination of food out to eat, groceries to get by, and 2 celebratory gelatos set us back $232. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters. All in all, furniture came out to about $1,400. This includes the stuff I mentioned earlier, and some stuff I didn't mention that I bought prior to moving in. And last, rent and application fees. Application fees were $63 a piece, $20 per person, including the guarantor. Rent and security deposit was $3,790. Adding these things together, the apartment cost us $3,916. This brings us to our grand total. After accounting all our expenses, it costs us $5,363 to move to New York City. Quick interruption from editing Kevin here. I don't know how to use Excel and fucked up my macros, so the actual grand total was $5,870. This isn't too much more and doesn't really change the overall principles of the story, so everything still stands. Hope you enjoyed it. In retrospect, this number isn't that bad at all. Keep in mind that this is the grand total, and split evenly is brought down to about $2,700 per person. If these numbers scare you, I understand. It feels scary. Watching your bank account plummet from rent, furniture, and overpriced groceries, it's seriously anxiety-inducing. The good news is that if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I've totally overcome the self-doubt of moving here. It still hits me from time to time, and I've only been here for a month. And as I've only been here for a month, I'm not exactly the most qualified to give advice on moving here, but I'll do the best that I can. If you feel like moving somewhere or doing something in particular, all I can say is be bold and bet on yourself. That's what I'm doing for now.